So hi all, in this live stream we'll be seeing about the podcast on nutrition. So what exactly is nutrition? I guess there was some audio issues, so I'm just restarting again. So so in this particular podcast we'll be seeing about what exactly is nutrition. So let's give a quick start to this discussion. Please give in a very simple and lucid manner on what is nutrition.
Of course, in the simplest terms, nutrition is all about how the foods we eat provide the essential nutrients our body needs to function properly. These nutrients include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals, all of which help us grow, repair our bodies, and maintain energy. In short, good nutrition keeps us healthy, energized, and feeling our best. Let's dive in and explore it more.
Sure, thanks for that. So continue on from there, right? So what are basically the major macronutrients and micronutrients? Uh, Please categorize both and let us try to explore further on the same.
Absolutely. So the major macronutrients are the ones we need in larger amounts. These include carbohydrates, which give us quick energy, proteins, which are essential for building and repairing tissues, and fats, which provide long lasting energy and support cell function. On the other hand, micronutrients are the nutrients we need in smaller amounts, but they're just as important. These include vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin D, and minerals like calcium and iron. They help with things like immune function, bone health, and overall metabolic processes. Together, macronutrients and micronutrients keep our bodies balanced and healthy. Let's explore each one in more detail.
All right. Please explain more about carbohydrates in a very simple and easy to understand manner, even in a very funny way, so that even a small child understand what is carbohydrates and the importance of carbohydrates and how does it impact our health on a daily basis, and what is the amount of calories or what is the content of carbohydrates we need in a regular daily day-to-day basis.
Absolutely. Let's make it fun and simple. Imagine carbohydrates as tiny energy rockets that give you a quick boost of power when you eat foods like bread, rice, or fruits. These carbs break down into sugar, which your body uses as fuel. It's like having a little snack of energy that keeps you running, whether you're playing, studying, or even just thinking. Now, the amount of carbohydrates you need depends on how active you are. Typically, they make up about 45 to 65% of your daily calories. For example, if you need about 2,000 calories a day, then around 900 to 1,300 of those calories should come from carbs. It's all about balance, enough to keep you energized, but not too much that it overwhelms you. In short, carbs are like your body's fuel tank, and getting the right amount helps keep you happy and healthy.
So you mentioned that carbohydrates are like tiny energy rockets or pockets, right? Which gives you instant energy. So this is only needed when we need instant amount of instant energy, or do we need it on a regular basis, right? Or can you explain that in a more simple and easy way to understand?
Absolutely. So while carbohydrates do give us that quick energy boost, we actually need them regularly throughout the day. Think of them as the main fuel source for our body and brain. Even when we're not doing something super active, our brain and organs still need a steady supply of energy to function properly. So it's not just for instant energy, but also for keeping everything running smoothly all day long. In other words, carbs are like the fuel we need consistently, not just for quick bursts. They help maintain our energy levels, keep our metabolism steady and ensure we stay alert and active. It's all about balance and making sure we have the right amount throughout the day.
So you have said that it's important for the brain to have carbohydrates. So what are the different things which the brain needs? Is it only the carbohydrates that is needed by the brain, or any of the other nutrients, or like the macro or micronutrients is consumed by the brain, or to keep the brain active and fine?
Great question. Well, carbohydrates definitely give the brain that immediate energy boost. The brain also relies on other nutrients. Proteins, for example, are crucial because they provide amino acids, which are building blocks for neurotransmitters, helping with mood and cognition. Fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, are also super important for brain health, helping with memory and cognitive function. And then we have vitamins and minerals like B vitamins, which help with energy production and brain function, and minerals like iron and magnesium that support oxygen delivery and nerve function. So in a nutshell, the brain needs a well-rounded mix of nutrients to keep it sharp, energized, and healthy.
Right. So coming back to the major macronutrients, right? So we have the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, etc. Right? So like, what if there is a like 100% meal? Let us say, what percentage should each of these macronutrients should be, and what percentage should we have the micronutrients to be? Can you give some idea on the same?
Definitely. When we look at a balanced meal, there's a general guideline for how macronutrients are distributed. Typically, carbohydrates make up about 45 to 65% of your total calorie intake. Proteins usually come in around 10 to 35%, and fats are generally about 20 to 35%. As for micronutrients, they're not usually expressed as a percentage of your meal, but rather as recommended daily values. You want to ensure you get enough vitamins and minerals each day, and that usually comes from eating a variety of foods. The goal is to have a well-rounded plate that includes all of these nutrients in balanced proportions. It's all about keeping that variety and balance.
Okay, let's try to evaluate some of the meals, right? So let us take the breakfast as like two idlis and coconut chutney and sambar. So how would you rate this as a breakfast meal and the overall, the nutrition in it?
That sounds delicious and pretty balanced. So idlis are great sources of carbohydrates and also provide a bit of protein. The coconut chutney adds healthy fats, especially from the coconut. And it's also rich in vitamins and minerals. Sambar, on the other hand, is packed with lentils, which contribute protein, fiber, and additional vitamins and minerals. Overall, this breakfast is pretty well rounded. You get a good mix of carbs, healthy fats, and protein, along with some fiber and micronutrients from the lentils and coconut. It's a great way to start the day with sustained energy and nutrition. Of course, as with any meal, balance and variety are key, but this definitely makes for a nutritious start.
Okay, going back to the macronutrients, side, so can you again list out which are the macronutrients which we have apart from carbohydrates? You can maybe put it as a table or something, both the macro and macronutrients.
Of course, here's a simple breakdown. Macronutrients: one, carbohydrates provide energy and are found in foods like grains, fruits, and vegetables. Two, proteins, essential for building and repairing tissues, found in meats, dairy, legumes, and nuts. Three, fats provide long-lasting energy and support cell function, found in oils, butter, nuts, and fish. Micronutrients: one, vitamins A, C, D, E, K, and the B vitamins, each playing unique roles in the body, like supporting the immune system, vision, and energy production. Two, minerals. Important minerals include calcium, iron, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, which help with bone health, oxygen transport, and nerve function. Putting it all together, a balanced diet includes both macronutrients and micronutrients, ensuring that our body gets everything it needs to stay healthy and function well.
Fine, that is good. Right. So coming to back to the carbohydrates, right? So like, what are the different functions that carbohydrates actually perform, and very essential for our human body, right? Can you please tell it in a very funny way?
Absolutely. Let's make it fun. So carbohydrates are like the ultimate energy snacks for our body. First, they're the fuel for our brain, making sure we can think, concentrate, and solve puzzles without turning into a zombie. Next, they're the quick energy boosters for our muscles, so we can run, jump, dance, and play without getting tired too quickly. They also help keep our metabolism running smoothly, kind of like the engine of a car that keeps everything going. And let's not forget, they're the mood boosters too. When we have enough carbs, we're less likely to feel grumpy or sluggish. So in short, carbs are like the little cheerleaders of our body, keeping us energized, happy, and ready for anything.
So, like, based on professions, right? So, which professionals need to have more carbohydrates compared to others? Let us say sports persons or IT professionals, scientists. Right? Can you just tell how much carbohydrates needs to be consumed by each of these professionals?
Absolutely. So the amount of carbohydrates someone needs really depends on their activity level and their energy expenditure. And for example, athletes and sports people like runners or swimmers often need a higher carbohydrate intake, sometimes around 60 to 70% of their daily calories because they burn a lot of energy and need quick fuel. On the other hand, IT professionals or people with more sedentary jobs like scientists or desk workers usually need fewer carbs, maybe around 45 to 55% of their daily intake, since they're not burning as much energy throughout the day. In short, the more active you are, the more carbs you'll likely need to keep your energy levels up. It's all about matching your carbohydrate intake to your lifestyle.
That's correct. So yeah, coming back to, like, based on age categories, right? Which age category really requires more carbohydrates? Whether is it the infants or the growing up kids, or is it the teens or the working age, right? The category of from 30 to 60, or is it the senior people? How does it vary based on the age category? How do we say how much carbohydrates needs to be consumed by each of these age category people?
Absolutely. The carbohydrate needs do change with age and activity level. For infants and young children, their bodies are growing rapidly, so they need a good amount of carbohydrates to support that growth and provide energy for all their activities. Typically, kids and teens also need more carbs since they're constantly growing and often more active. As we move into adulthood, like the working age group around 30 to 60, that carb needs can vary a lot. If someone is more active, they'll need more carbs for energy. But if they're less active, they'll need less. Generally, it's about balancing carbs with activity levels and overall calorie needs. For older adults or seniors, carbohydrate needs usually decrease a bit, mainly because their activity levels might be lower. But it's still important to have enough carbs to maintain energy and support overall health. In short, the younger and more active you are, the more carbs you'll typically need. And as we age, it's all about adjusting those needs to our lifestyle and activity levels.
Sure, thank you for that. Thanks for this info. We'll continue this podcast sometime later. Thank you.